Hey, I'm Chip Foose. We're here at Foose Design, and today I want to talk about the Jeep Cherokee, 1984 to 2001 model. You know, I always loved this design because it's so utilitarian. It's just a clean, simple, elegant, straight lines, little soft lead-ins to the radiuses. But to me, if I were going to play with this, I think I'm just going to do a quick sketch because I wouldn't touch the body. I might add a push bar or something else, but add the element of fun to what we have here, something that you could take off-road. We might lift it a little bit, put a bigger wheel and tire on it, and maybe some steps on the side, but basically, it's a great car. We're just gonna have some fun with it. All right, I'm going to overlay that, and then we're going to start the line drawing, and we can get some color on. You know, it's interesting. On this vehicle, I have always loved the simplicity of the design work, or the line work of this vehicle. It's just really elegant, straight lines, but then the door cuts have just slight radiuses to them. The lead-in to the front radius off the front fenders, and what I mean by lead-in is it's not just a harsh line into a harsh line. It's got a real subtle progressive curve, and it leads into the radius. It's just beautiful, elegant details. All right, I've got my line drawing done for the Jeep Cherokee. The line work on the design of this vehicle is so elegant and beautiful. I didn't want to change anything on the body. What I did change is the fender flares. I added some bolts that would be holding a larger fender flare and then integrated those into two new fascias, or I shouldn't say fascias, but front and rear bumpers. And then I would add some type of a push bar, maybe even a winch on the front. But I raised the vehicle, I added a step on the side, and I went to a bigger wheel and tire package. Keeping the roof rack, I'm not adding any lights because I want to keep it an elegant design. I have no idea what I'm going to do for color yet, but I always thought that the line work was beautiful, and you can tell by Richard Teague's work. You know, he also did the Pacer, he did the AMX, he did the 55 Packard. He has a sensitivity that is just elegant and beautiful, and there's no sense or no need to change what he's already created. What I'm doing right now is I'm adding a blue tone wherever the sky would be reflecting on this vehicle. I'll come back and I'll add a warm tone of where the ground might reflect onto it. And it's just a simple way of showing that it is reflective and what colors are in the environment around a glossy vehicle. If you were to ask me why I thought this vehicle was so successful, selling globally in 3 million copies, I would say it was the elegance of the design and how simple it was. It wasn't an expensive vehicle to produce, yet it was so simple in the line work and elegant at the same time. It was cost effective, and they could sell a lot of them. It may be that one of the attributing factors to the success of this vehicle is the fact that the predecessor, the SJ, was a much bigger vehicle. They went smaller with this vehicle, but by going to a unibody design construction, they were able to keep 90% of that interior space inside. By making it smaller, it was much more cost effective, and it would probably fit globally much better in some of the foreign countries that it was sold in. So for all you Cherokee people, here's your Jeep. Jeep always did off-road very well, but this was the first vehicle that they actually added a bit of refinement, and enough refinement that you could actually use this as a daily vehicle in an urban environment. I didn't change any of the sheet metal. What I did change was the bumpers. I changed the fender flares, added some bolts to give it a little more rugged feel. Didn't even change the mirrors, left the door handle stock, but I lifted the vehicle, put some bigger wheels and tires on it, and I added some, shall we say, push bars in the front, wrapping them all the way underneath and into the rear. There could even be a winch in the center. I just brought it back to more of an off-road fun vehicle, added the tubular steps on the side, but bigger wheels and tires and a more aggressive stance is all this vehicle needs. It's a very elegant, pure design that doesn't need much more than that. One thing I forgot was this simple little gas door back here. All the lines in the window area are very, very straight and angular. They've got beautiful little radiuses, but when you look at the windows, everything is a sharp corner, a little subtle radius at the top here and in the front of where the mirror is, but everything is really tight. The step that comes out from the window then has a nice radius, and then as they come off the front of the door, everything is straight through the body. Then the front fender just has a slight little lead off, and it just rolls into the radius of the front end. That same little radius that's at the front also comes off the rear hatch. As it rolls down right at the window height, it gets a little tiny kick right back there. It's just simple. You know, when I look at this vehicle, I start to think about what an SUV is today with all the creatured comforts and computers and sensors, and you know, they're mobile offices anymore, and it might be nice to go back to the basics and what this vehicle is, and that pure, elegant design, simplicity that you could drive every day in an urban environment, but then on the weekends, pack up the back and go have a great time. So if you're looking to have a little fun and not spend a lot of money, you can go get one of these and turn it into one of these.